Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes, and you'll notice from all that stuff that it is my birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday dear Chuck, happy birthday to me. So we've got 19 properties today, so it's a big list. I'll try and burn through fast. If you want to see how badly the maps can screw up, apparently one of today's homes on Copeland, which is in the brand new Patterson area, has somehow been mapped over in Winnipeg. So agents have to check this stuff and make sure it's correct, because that's the way people are searching now, is you search through maps predominantly, and so they're still mapping wrong. That's why when you go on sites like realtor.ca, you don't always see everything that's for sale. Spire Circle starts us off. It's a Woodbine model, and we've never seen one of these. We've seen some of them go into the 380s, not many. But 398.9, I think they missed the mark. I mean, if they get it, they've obviously said new bar. It's very nice. I don't want to take anything away from this home because it looks wonderful. I just think that this is a little bit on the high side for the capacity of these homes. So anyway, we'll see what happens with it. Mcdermott is $399. It's a Bryant model. It's 1235 square feet. And it looks nice inside. We've seen smaller models with finished basements go for, you know, 405, 410 kind of thing. So it's a good quiet street, good street hockey street, so the kids can run around. And unless you live on Mcdermott, you really don't drive on it. So it's I like it. I think this is a pretty good one. This is the one that's mapped in Winnipeg. 415. So Mattamy started to release some of the village towns, like the 3-story ones, but they're much larger. We've seen some of them at 6020 Dairy. Really, the ones at Dairy, they are this size, but they're backing onto green space too. So I like the location here. You're really close to get onto James Snow, but unless this one has something significantly different than the Dairy ones backing onto green space that would sort of fill in for the value of not having green, I think they're going to have a tough go. 620 Ferguson is $435. It's an end unit. It's around 1,600 square feet, no finished basement. So right away you'd say, okay, 1,600 square foot town. Usually they fall in the sort of 410 to 430 range. Depending on location, builder, finishes, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's finished okay. It looks clean and tidy, and they've got the woods behind, which typically adjusts at whatever. I would say probably on average about 10,000, maybe plus or minus a little bit more. And so it seems like they've chosen a range that's pretty fair, and that wood lot is obviously a big, a nice thing to have. Privacy behind is something, once you have it, it's very hard not to have it anymore. Laurier is $439.9, and we've seen a home a couple doors down from here that had some renos, but it sold for a lot more than this one. I think it's a good deal. You probably have to come in here and blow at least $30,000 to really, you know, get this one up to date and modern. But I think that if you added that up to the 470, 480 range, you're in good shape. They just did work to the park right around the corner here. There's no neighbors behind this one, I don't think. Great looking house. It's on Laurier, bit of a busier street. Driveway needs to be done. You're probably between $5 and $10 a square foot to do your driveway. So overall, anything, if you landed anywhere under 500 on this home, I think you're pretty safe. And please, please, please paint the robin's egg colored garage door. It's pretty bad. Wilmot, 442. Country Homes Juniper. So we're all I know is it's more than 1,500 square feet. It looks like a really big area. The parquet floor we talked about last week. It's nobody's wish list ever includes parquet floors. You can stain them, they look a little bit better. You can replace them for probably a net cost of about $7 a square foot, including installation. So if you go to this home, bring your measuring tape, figure how much room, rip out the floors, and then you're good to go. You can park 2 cars side by side. Likely if you want to park over on this on the walkway, you could get that side by side, which is a very good thing, and it's very convenient. I've helped a lot of people move because they're just tired of the switcheroo stuff. Newell's around the same size as the previous one. It also has a finished basement. I kind of like the other layout a little bit more. This one has the upgraded flooring upstairs, and then you've got your finished basement here too. So there's a bunk bed, there's a bed downstairs. So they're probably just running out of space, is what I guess with this one here. They probably definitely want to move to a 4-bedroom if I had to use my super sleuth awareness. It's 18,000 more than the previous one. I don't know. To me, it seems a little bit. This one was up high too. They started at 474. And then they were at, I think, 469, and then they're at 459 now. So 459 is probably the price they should have started at. Duncan Lane is a Robindale corner, so it's a Heathwood home. You've got those nice 9-foot ceilings. You've got a pretty nice main floor. The floors look good. Kitchen, nice upgrades. And with the corner, you get the extra little bay window right here, so it can push the table a little bit off so you have a better walking lane. It is a nice floor plan. You can buy semis in this price range, so you don't have to get a townhouse. It's completely up to you. And then you're still facing the train tracks here. They're directly in front of you. No sloping berm or anything. Straight shot. You see it right in front. So not my favorite location. Even if you can get 5 or 10 homes in from the train, I think it makes a big difference. So let's see what happens. These models have sold for this before. Scott Boulevard 479, and it's a semi-detached 3-bedroom, 1890 square feet. You know, it just nothing. It's funny. This one just kind of looks like it's the safe zone. There's nothing really wrong with it. There's nothing that really jumps out at you. I like the way they built this laundry room because they did it the right way. They actually enclosed this, because I always laugh when I see the Mattamy homes. They have a drain in the middle of the floor, but they have a door and they have a vent sitting right there. So the path of water is going to follow gravity. It's going to go right down your vents. This is the right way to do it. There's a drain. If there's any problems with water leakage, you're right there. The other thing to do is, if you're a homeowner, get rid of the rubber pipes and put in the braided steel ones. I've seen 3 of them burst in clients' homes, and they're not fun. And the braided steel is like $50 to put in. It's a great investment. This one here on Andrews, it's almost $500,000. It's a big townhouse. It's 2,200 square feet. I just find, you know, for the 3-story, like, you get to this price range, you can start to go fully detached. The other thing is that you've got Thompson, you've got the train tracks. They're right there, so you're gonna have a lot of noise from the road and also the train. There is a sloping berm here, different than Duncan, where it's just completely open. But I don't know. To me, it's like I'd rather get a 1,900 square foot detached home, 1,900 square feet. And that actually brings us to one that we're going to showcase in a couple minutes. So Cabot Trail is 516.5. We've seen a couple of the Dorset Park ones that have listed up in this range. They are beating this one cosmetically, but this looks like a larger home. So the thing about this is that I would rather buy a larger home that I can work on the cosmetics if it's in good shape, roof, windows, and so on, versus the smaller home, because it's very hard to make more space. It's very expensive to make more space. Relatively speaking, it's a little bit simpler to update a kitchen or a bathroom. So let's see what happens. I think the value of this one directly depends on how big it is. Trian's the one I was thinking of. $519 for a 1,600 square foot home seems a little bit high to me. We have seen this model tap in around the 500 mark, but I don't recall ever seeing it go up to $519. Light fixtures make a big difference. So that light fixture, let's just say it might cost $500, but I'm saying if you bought a light fixture for $100, I guarantee in a home that's pretty basic and not that special, it can be the one thing in that room that just completely sets it off. They've done some trim here, but that's very simple to do. That's just basically like the equivalent of like quarter round that they've just nailed on the wall. I mean, it doesn't take long to do that stuff. It does have a nice looking kitchen, and it's got the glass shower upstairs. And yeah, so there's a loft upstairs in addition to the 3 bedrooms. That's that office area. Looks very nice. Wish them all the best. They're certainly fighting the historical sales. that model, the one thing they have going for them is if you don't know the size, it actually feels a little bit bigger than 1,600 square feet. We've got Hayward. I tried to find it, but I couldn't see the street numbers. And I thought it was pretty amusing that this dude here was just kind of hanging out on his front porch. So anyway, just a dude with his shirt off, just like, hey man, why is that Google truck with the weird camera driving on my street? 519, there's a ton of space here. 5-level home, 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms. These can be great investment properties with the walkout. You can have somebody come directly in from the back. You can configure them a lot of different ways. People with older kids like it because it is separated, kind of like the one on Laurier, but there's more space. This is a larger home, and you can just, everybody can kind of have their own little zone where they can do what they need to do. Child's is at 519. It was at 539. Same idea, splits. Today is all about the splits. Needs some work. It's definitely got some original parts to it. You know, you've got your bath fitter here, which maybe isn't the prettiest to look at, but it's actually very easy to maintain. And they have updated the countertops here. You do have a walkout family room on the lower level, and you've got a huge 152-foot lot. The thing about this one on Child's, though, is it backs onto intensification zones. So there is a chance that even though your yard is nice and big, you can have zoning up to 4 stories right behind you. So that's something you just want to kind of take, you know, it's up to you. There's a bit of a risk there. And we've got Munch, and one of my favorite DJs, Jazzy Jeff, says,
"Get stuff, but you didn't even care. What did you tell him he could do? Fight. What'd you say he could do? Fight. Now what did it sound like when you bit it? Fight. Fight."
All right, cool. That's from a track called Rhythm Tracks House Party. So it's from the first album, right? Actually, it might be from the second album. He's the DJ, I'm the rapper, and I think the first one was the one with the I Dream of Jeannie sample with the girls ain't nothing but trouble. So anyway, rap nerd with me anytime you want. Email me if you like old hip-hop music. I am down with that. So Munch is kind of basic. Like there's not, I don't know, you've got a family room upstairs plus your 3 bedrooms. It's $519 for a townhouse, right? So in open toilet seats, and yeah, they got a finished basement here, but I don't know. I don't see it happening. It is large though. There's no doubt about it. This one's a large end unit like semi-detached. It's not like a semi-detached. It's an end unit townhouse. So anyway, the end is what's the same, but it's not. It's never going to be a semi-detached. So Rolf Terrace is $599, double car garage. And I think this one, actually, you know, I think the size is around 2,400 square feet. I've been in it before, like I can picture it in my head, but I don't know the actual floor plan. For a room like this, having stuff on the ceiling, probably not the best idea before selling, especially if it's mirrors, because that's kind of kinky. But they've done a good job in the backyard. It's a 37-foot lot. I think it's got the size to compete at this price range. It's got the 9-foot ceilings, and plus that basement apartment with the finished area downstairs probably is a good thing from a value perspective. So anyway, they the thing about the basement, like it shows it here, but you don't get any pictures of it. So I don't know, maybe it's not nice, but having it here, if you look at what it says in the description, I think that that's a value add. So 19 photos, you actually have 20 photos on this system. I didn't check the virtual tour, but definitely have a look at that because I think it might be a hidden gem. Kahoon is $785, almost 3,000 square feet. Really nice front entrance here. I like the window here. It's very ornate. There's a couple things about this home that maybe aren't to everybody's taste. Even this chandelier kind of thing. You have a bit of a geometric kind of design, a pretzel-like couch. You've got an inlay on the floor here, which it can kind of be hit or miss. Same in the kitchen. They've got this kind of step ladder thing happening over the hood fan. The fridge looks very expensive, actually. It's cabinet depth. It looks almost like kind of a Sub-Zero Viking kind of thing, but I can't tell from the angle. And then downstairs they've got a home theater, built-in speakers. So color choices, it's not in the safe zone that everybody would love it, but you know, as we say to people, is you only need one buyer for a house, right? So they've definitely spent the money. The effort's been there. So let's go to this one on Main Street. It's $255, pretty close to starting point for any kind of condo in Milton. It's a 1-bedroom plus den. The hot water tank, they even put the amount for the hot water tank every 3 months. Usually we don't see that. Hot water tanks are much more common to be as rentals, and then you have typically you're owning your furnace and AC. Although with condos it can be a whole other ball game, so that's why you really want to have your research and know what's included with your fees. $195 a month for the fees on this one. 1 parking spot, and like I said, 1 plus den. No photos, but it definitely looks like it's in the right range. So Evans is probably my favorite pick of the day. I like this model because I used to live in it. What I enjoyed about this home is that, first of all, you had a nice little front porch. You've got a room here that could be a small dining room. You have to be careful about the size of your furniture. They've used it as a home office, which is perfect. From a staging perspective, probably a good idea to have it as a dining room if you can. The new trend in real estate listings is to show that there's actually running water. I don't know why. It's nicely put together though. It's very well done. Good sized family room. You got a powder room on the main floor. The master is half of the upstairs. There's a little nook in the master. You've got a full ensuite. You also have 2 bedrooms that share another full bathroom. And then you've got a pretty good amount of space in the finished basement. The lot's a little bit bigger here, so it's a 30-foot lot for a semi. We're not even finding builders building on that now in the new areas, and then you're 80 feet deep. So nice. Evans Terrace, same thing. If you don't live there, you don't usually go on that street, so it's very low traffic. You've got a good street hockey street. You've got a nice layout for a home, plus a finished basement and a bigger lot. Priced really for what a lot of townhouses go for. So this is a very good listing. It's in an area that's probably like 12 years old. So just watch the age of the roof and the furnace and just kind of make sure everything's cool there. And if it's not done, you want to budget the right amount so that you're not caught off guard. I like it though. I think it's a good price. We have a home coming out next week on Evans Terrace, and it's a little smaller than this one. The lot is nice and big. It also shows very, very well, and it'll be kind of in the same price range. So if you want more information about that one before it hits, let me know. They've completely renovated the kitchen, and it looks terrific. So have a great day, and we'll see you, I guess, back here on Monday with more Milton Daily Homes. So there you go. Happy birthday to me.
Sorry, it's Selena Gomez. I want to wish you a happy birthday.
I'm Lady Gaga, and I would like to wish you a happy birthday.
Together. Happy birthday to you. Come on! Happy birthday to you. Have a great day.
Surprise! Happy birthday. Go, go. It's your birthday. We gon' party 'cause it's your birthday. Got lots of presents just for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear you. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Woo. Woo. Oh.
This one's for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh.